I'm a 31-year man and was at a large store yesterday with my 5mo son when he did what babies do. I went over to the restrooms and saw that there wasn't a family/companion restroom, just a men's and women's. I went into the men's room and saw there was a cubicle and a few urinals, but no changing table. The sink didn't have a counter either. I walked out and hunted down an employee to ask where the changing table was. She said it was in the bathroom, and I asked where, assuming there was a family/companion restroom on the other side of the store. She took me back to where I just was. I asked if there was another bathroom, and she said no. I told her I was just in the bathroom and there was no changing table. She asked if I was sure and suggested I look again. I was annoyed, but I went back in the men's room. No changing table. When I came out, the employee was gone. Keep in mind, my son has been in his poopy diaper this whole time. So I give up and head into the ladies' room, which sure enough had a changing table. There was a woman in there washing her hands, and she said, "Wrong bathroom, buddy." I gestured to my son and said, "No changing table in the men's room." She laughed and said, "Bro, that sucks." Then she walked out. So I rushed to change him, hoping to be done before anyone else walked in. I'm almost done when a woman walks in and starts screaming at me. I tried to explain what I was doing, but she kept screaming, "Get out. You can't be here." Then she ran out. I finished putting the diaper on and rushed out of the bathroom. I saw the woman talking to an employee and decided to leave without my stuff. The employee tried to wave me down and stop me, but I rushed out to my car, buckled my son into his car seat and left. My wife said I absolutely did the right thing, but my mom said I'm an idiot and was 100% in the wrong. My sister won't stop laughing at me and is no help at all. ATA? NTA guy I went to high school with went on a one-man campaign to get changing tables installed in men's rooms for circumstances just as this. Take up the mantle. https://www.huffpost.com/entry/baby changing tables men restrooms /n/n_6,949,076. He's a hero. My husband was a stay-at-home dad. Men's bathrooms near us always have changing tables. We were unprepared when we visited my parents in the south. I was really confused when I came back for buying lunch to see my husband changing our son on the floor in the Atlanta airport. NTA. That store is 100% to blame for this. I wouldn't be shocked if they've received complaints about this in the past and haven't done anything about it. Your mom was way out of line. You needed to change your kid. What did she expect you to do? Change him on the floor? Drive home with him in a dirty diaper? Your wife is right. You did the right thing, and that lady was rude. Who does that? Screams at a father for changing his kid's dirty diaper. Yeah, did the right thing. As a woman, I wouldn't even have given him a second look. He was at the changing table with a baby. What do you think he was doing? This isn't the first time I've heard that a lot of stores do not have changing tables in the men's restrooms. I always assumed that they were in both. I was so wrong. The McDonald's I used to work at didn't originally have a changing table in the men's room. They did eventually get one when they remodeled. Had guys come to me a few times before for this same reason, and what I did was make sure the ladies' room was empty, let the dude in, and wait outside till he finished so I could let any women know the situation. The employee should have done that or something like it, rather than insisting you were wrong and ditching you. The baby comes first, so definitely NTA. As another patron in this particular store, I did this for a dad and his baby. I waited outside and let the one lady who approached to use the bathroom what was going on, so she wouldn't freak out on the poor guy. I watched his shopping cart, to lol. He was super quick, finished up and came out before she and I finished chatting. He was really grateful too. That store has since put in a changing station in the men's room. NTA. If anything you did wrong by rushing out, as if you did something wrong, you should have told the employee that there's no changing room in the men's and that they should do something about that. I was worried they might call the police and make it a whole big thing if they didn't accept my explanation. I had my kid with me and was feeling more anxious protective than normal. But yes, if I'd had more time, To think rationally, I probably would have talked to them. NTA. I've never felt threatened by a man changing a poopy diaper. Maybe I should feel threatened, since they have the most dangerous weapon ever. Yeah, I really don't understand the woman screaming. It's a well-known problem that men's rooms don't have changing tables, and dads alone with babies are put into exactly these awkward situations because of weird toxic patriarchy in restroom planning. If I walked into a lady's room and saw a dad changing a baby, I'd be like, oh shit, no changing table in the men's? Would you like me to stand guard at the door to warn anyone coming in? Is there anything else I can do to help? Screaming for security is a completely unhinged response in this situation. Edit to change toxic masculinity to toxic patriarchy, as that is more accurate to the meaning I intended. NTA. But that woman sure was not your fault. The men's room had no changing table. What does your mom suggest you should have done? She said I should have asked the lady washing her hands or the female employee I first spoke with to change him for me and wait right outside. I feel like that would have been a bit entitled though. Hey, random woman I don't know, change my baby's poopy diaper. If I saw a man walk into the women's bathroom with a baby, I wouldn't even think twice. Stores need to be more open to the fact that dads change diapers too. NTA. And the workers were absolute R's, as well as the screecher in the ladies' room. What a bunch of fucknickels. Sorry you had to deal with that. That woman needs to stop feeling victimized. I've accidentally walked into women's bathroom and the women there just laughed. In this situation, there was an actual need. And even then, it's not like you can see anything in women's bathroom. It's fairly private. NTA. You have every right to find a clean and secure space to change your son, even if it's in a women's bathroom. The store could easily get with the 21st century by installing a changing space in the men's and chose not to, so that's on them. This is 100% on the store. I was changing my kids' nappies over 20 years ago, and the mall nearest me had a parents' room with multiple safe places to change poopy bumps. It also had many toilets beside the big toilets for toilet training kids, plus stores with a curtain across and an armchair inside for feeding, microwave for heating bottles, and from memory a mini gated playhouse thing to keeping the toddler contained while cleaning or feeding baby. Something as simple as a change table should be the absolute minimum available for parents. Absolutely NTA. But the woman that was screaming sure is. As was the employee who couldn't be bothered to help. NTA. The only thing wrong was running away. Own up and say I had to change my son. Nappy lady in the bathroom was empty, so get over it. Your mother is something else, cause she should have been understanding. Yup, NTA. I can't tell how many times I've seen women use the men's bathroom due to a long loop forthers. The baby needed to be changed and that's the only safe/hygienic place to change it. At most I would just apologize and wait, or use the stall if it's a multi-stall bathroom. NTA. Just a shitty situation. If I were on my main, I'd give you an award. If I see a man changing a baby in the women's room, I'm gonna leave him be. It's not his fault that businesses, and apparently this guy's mom, can't get with the times and install a changing room in the men's room. NTA. NTA. You are 100% in the right. You need to take this up with the store. Next time, change the pooey nappy on their checkout. Actually, that's probably going a bit far. We don't know the screaming woman's situation or why she reacted the way she did, but on the face of it, she overreacted, especially by not giving you a chance to explain. The initial employee was rude and dismissive. I'm really sorry that you had to go through that. That's no excuse for that sort of oversight by the store in this day and age. Again, you did the right thing. Overreacted. Maybe she felt threatened? B. Why the possible serial killer/rapist who brought a 5-year-old incapacitating one of his arms. Yes, you should have stayed and argued with the store about it. You literally didn't do anything wrong. NTA. Fellow dad here. Had a similar situation with my daughter when she was an infant. Ended up changing her on the toilet seat of the men's bathroom. Most public restrooms don't have toilet seat covers, but this one did. It's aggravating to not have similar accommodations as a dad, but I've gotten used to changing my kid's diaper wherever I can safely do so. But you best believe I have no qualms about telling anyone to kick rocks if they have a problem with where I'm changing a poopy diaper, as long as it's sanitary and safe for the kid. You're NTA, and I've talked to several store managers about similar situations. That lady that walked in and saw you with a baby at the changing table and still couldn't put 2 and 2 together can get bent. NTA. You were a dad that did what was necessary. Your mom and sister are assholes. So was the store. There should be changing tables in all the bathrooms. I don't know if the sister is an R. I know I'd be laugh crying in an unhinged draggy way at how our society assumes only women have to take care of kids. FFS. It's been over 40 years since my father had to go through similar, and not a D thing has changed. Or maybe it has, for the worse. NTA. I hate more than anything that there aren't changing tables in men's bathrooms. That woman sounds like she was insane. It's not like you were standing there with your pants down. You were literally changing a baby and she could see that. NTA. As much as bathrooms have labels, there is no general legal requirement you have to use one or the other. A men's room can be used by women and women's room can be used by men. Every bathroom can be any bathroom regardless of markings. So using one that suited your need for a changing station is fully within your right regardless of what it is marked. The property may have you escorted out for breaking their own policy, but it is not illegal in most places. This reminds me of this time a woman freaked out on me for using the ladies' room when the Whole Foods I was in decided to clean all 3 men's rooms at the same time, and after running from the 1st to the 3rd floor I thought I was going to piss myself. I really wish people would stop going insane over bathrooms. NTA. America is literally built against men caring for their kids with BS like this. You asked the employee and did literally everything you could. What does your mom think you were to do? NTA. Stores need to stop assuming that only mums and females change babies. FFS. NTA. You did the right thing for a baby. NTA. And you absolutely should complain to the store management and even corporate for not having changing tables in the men's restroom. NTA. If I'd been there I would've helped you out. Can't believe there's not changing table in the men's room. So dumb of the store. NTA. You exhausted all reasonable possibilities here, and several people had opportunities to improve the situation. Management could have ensured that there was a changing table available in the men's room. The employee could have checked the women's room for you, let you use it, and waited by the door to alert any women that there was a man using the changing table. I have definitely done this one before. I'd recommend that you explicitly ask for this in the future, but if the employee dipped out, it's really on them. Either the woman that was already in the bathroom or the women that entered later could have done the same. Either way, 100% not your fault. Also, fun fact, that store asks one janitor to clean both bathrooms every day, so they obviously can make it happen. NTA. I've taken my 3-year-old into the ladies' loo before, and a man was in there with his 2 young daughters who couldn't have been older than 5 to 7. He apologized to me, and I told him not to be sorry. Men's toilets can be disgusting, and I think they were out of use and he didn't want his young daughters going in alone. Needs must when shops/supermarkets don't give you the facilities you need as a dad. NTA. Was she planning to leave the stall door open? Women's restrooms already have plenty of built-in privacy. I get that the woman was taken aback, but you did nothing wrong. NTA. The ideals of your mom's generation is dying, and she can either die on that hill or adapt. Now the store. I recommend sharing this Reddit along with the store name with media, including local stations. If they won't provide essential access items, then shame them into do so. NTA. But also, is this an American thing? Are the stalls those US ones with a huge gap at the bottom and sides that doesn't give people privacy? You'll have weird bathroom hang-ups, man. Oh come on, it's chiseling. It's not about the **** you take, but the friends you make with the curious eyeballs peeping along the way.